Hey there friends, today I am in my kitchen making Christmas treats that are worthy of gift giving. So I'm going to bring you along and show you how I make them and also show you cute ways to package them up to give as gifts. So let's get in the kitchen and get going. The first recipe I'm going to show you is one that I've been making for probably 20 years. It is a family and friend favorite, and I probably make 5 or 6 batches of this every December. It's really easy, and as long as you have a candy thermometer, you really can't screw it up. You're just going to melt a cup of butter, 2 tablespoons of corn syrup, and 2 tablespoons of water, and a cup of sugar. And you are just going to sit there and stir and stir and stir until you get to 290 degrees. And then you are going to pour it on your pan. And that is just how simple this recipe really is, and it is so delicious. Once you get up to temperature, you want to move kind of quickly for this step. You're going to pour it on your foil-lined baking sheet, and you're going to just want to spread it out as quickly as you can so that it covers the entire baking sheet and it's kind of thin. You don't want it too thin, but you don't want it too thick either. I just spread it out, but you'll see it really starts to set pretty quickly, so you don't want to dilly-dally on this part of the recipe. And once you get it all spread out, you're just going to let it sit for like 2 minutes, and then you're going to put your chocolate chips on top and let them melt for a minute, and then you're going to spread them out over on top of the toffee. And that's basically the entire recipe right there. You are going to stick it in your refrigerator for about 30 minutes, and then it will be set and ready to break up and put inside of your tins. Look how easy that is. Once it comes out of the refrigerator, you're just going to break it up into the pieces that you want. You could do all different sizes. None of them are going to be the same. Just break it up, and you'll have some smaller and some bigger pieces. But this is such a delicious recipe, and once you make it, you're going to be making it every year. But it's great because it's kind of my signature Christmas treat, and it's so easy to make. People don't realize that. And I am just filling up a little box here that I've had for probably as long as I've been making this recipe. I fill up the same box every year and bring it with me to my family's home, and it's just such a fun little tradition. But I will also fill plenty of tins over the next couple weeks to give out as gifts. And this is just able to sit out on your counter. It does not need to be refrigerated. Next up, I'm making Oreo balls. This is also a pretty simple recipe and very popular with the children. I am just going to pulse up an entire bag of Oreos in my food processor. If you have a large food processor, you can probably get all of them done in one round, but I only have a little one right now, so I'm just doing them in some batches. But you just want it to be ground up like sand, and just once you've got it all ground up, just put it in a large bowl. Now I'm just going to add a block of softened cream cheese, and I'm just going to mix it up with my hand mixer until it's all combined and kind of like the consistency of a dough. I've lined a cookie sheet with parchment paper, and I am just using a cookie scoop to make even balls of the Oreo mixture. and I'm just going to line up my pan, and then we are going to put these in the refrigerator for about 30 to 45 minutes so they can firm up before we put the chocolate on them. I melted my chocolate chips in the microwave, and you want to let them sit on the counter and cool for about 3 to 5 minutes, because if the chocolate is too warm, it will melt the Oreo balls. So you're just going to let that sit for a few minutes, and then you're going to use a fork to help you dunk them, get them all covered in chocolate, and then put them back on the parchment paper. It's a little bit messy, but it doesn't really take that long to do it, and these are worth it. I'm just adding some sprinkles on top, and then they need to go back in the refrigerator for about 15 minutes just so they can set, and then they are ready to go. You can store them in the refrigerator, or you can freeze them for the future, or you can put them out on the counter and serve them right then. These will be gone very quickly. You can use any flavor of Oreos as well as chocolate for these. So there's a lot of different combinations that you could make, and these are going to be delicious no matter what. So here they are, all complete, and these will be gone very, very quickly. I will have all of the ingredients and instructions in the description box for you. Next up, let's make some cream cheese mints. I have never made these before, but I kept seeing the recipe all over social media, so I wanted to give them a try. It's just 8 ounces of softened cream cheese and 4 tablespoons of softened butter. You just mix that together, add a cup of powdered sugar, and then slowly you're going to add 2 pounds of powdered sugar. So an entire large bag of powdered sugar. And you're just going to add it slowly until it gets really thick, and that's all you need for ingredients. Oh, can't forget, we are going to be adding a half a teaspoon of mint extract. This is just the peppermint extract made by McCormick that I'm adding in. As you can see, it's pretty thick, but it's pretty easy to work with as well. You're just going to want to separate it out into different bowls depending on what food coloring you're going to be using. I'm just going to make some red, green, and white. So I am just separating them out into 3 bowls, and then I'm going to add my food coloring gel and get it all combined. This will be a good little arm workout for you. After you get your food coloring added, you're going to want to stick all of the dough back into the refrigerator for about 2 hours so that the dough can get nice and firm and you can work with it without it sticking to your hands. I've lined some baking sheets with parchment paper, and I'm just going to sprinkle them with powdered sugar, and I'm also filling a bowl with powdered sugar because we are going to roll the cream cheese balls in the powdered sugar before we put them on the pan. And now you're just going to break off small little pieces. They do not have to be all identical. And you're just going to roll them into a ball, roll them in the powdered sugar, and then stick them in the cookie sheet. And you're going to get a lot of mince with this recipe. Now we are just putting a fork in the powdered sugar and then gently pressing into the little cookie just to put the little marks in it. And the fork comes up pretty easily. If not, you just gently kind of press and it will come out. I didn't have any mishaps. Just dunk it back into the powdered sugar before you do the next one. And that is it. These really don't take very long to come together, even though you're going to get a ton of mince out of this recipe. They need to sit on the counter for about 4 hours to dry out. I flipped them about halfway through just so that the bottom dried out well as well. And then that was it. And you can store them in the refrigerator, you can freeze them until you need them, or you can leave them on your counter. My family really liked these. They're very creamy and just a nice little refreshing treat. Up next is Rolo pretzels, and these are very, very simple. You're just going to preheat your oven to 250 degrees and then line your baking sheet with as many pretzels as you have Rolos, and then you are going to place an individual Rolo onto each pretzel. Stick them in the oven for just about 3 minutes. You just want the Rolo to soften up, and then when it comes out, you are just going to place an M&M in the center of each one. I'm using red and green. Doesn't have to be perfect, just press it down and then it will firm up. You can also use pecans. I made part of them with pecans because I thought that my dad would really enjoy that variation. And these are really fun and easy to make. These can just sit on your counter to firm up, and then once they are firm, you can place them on your dessert tray. Lastly, we are just going to make some marshmallow fudge. You're just going to need 3/4 cup of butter, 2.5 cups of sugar, 2/3 cup of evaporated milk, and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. You are just going to let that melt and mix together, and you are going to do a lot of stirring. You are going to stir until your candy thermometer reads 234 degrees. Once you reach temperature, you're going to want to work very quickly at this point. Take it off of the heat and you're going to quickly add in your marshmallow fluff, your chocolate chips, your vanilla, and your walnuts. And you're just going to quickly combine all of this together and then pour it in a 9x9 dish that is lined with foil or parchment paper. You're going to want to refrigerate the fudge for at least 4 hours or overnight, and then it will be ready to cut into squares and serve to your guests. You can leave this out on the counter at this point for the best texture. I like to put the fudge into the small little baking cups. I just think the presentation of that is super cute. I found really adorable tins this year at the Dollar Tree, and I could not believe the quality and the designs. They were all so cute, and for $1.50, you just can't beat it. I got quite a few of them. I just love them. I also like packaging things in these cute little treat bags, and you can tie a little ornament on top and give that way. And finally, I have these little loaf pans that you can use to put different treats in, or if you're going to make banana bread or anything like that, that makes a perfect way to gift that. I hope this video gave you some ideas for some sweet treats that you can make for your family and friends this holiday season. I want to thank you for spending time with me today, and I hope your holiday season is off to a sweet start, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, friends.